Hi. Hi, everybody. Hang on a minute. I got to get my hat. I love these things right here. It's just like a hairband, like right a hairband. And then the little scarf is on it. So you just put it on like this. You just go like this. Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't get that right. Oh, you go like this. Put that hairband. Get your hair out of the way. You see, you don't even have to comb your hair. And then you just got it on. And then you are ready for a fancy ball or a bouncy fall or something. You just get it's just right there it is. And then look, then your hair is just perfect. Put your glasses on there. Looks like you've really spent time getting yourself ready for the day. There, now I'm ready for the day. Okay, anyway, what I wanted to show you. I am just into this. I have my postcards. I think I've sent out about 20. I got some more stamps ordered so I can get some more. If I could get that to stay over my ears, well, never mind. But I've been doing. I keep changing my ways around with these postcards. See, I got just, and I have more than one going at one time. But lately, I've been doing the neurographic art, which look at what all you can do. Look at this one. So pretty, so simple. But see, I start getting a bunch of them going. I don't finish one before I start another. And so, but I've got quite a few of these ones going. Oh, and then this one here, see that one? That's not neurographic. That's just something else. It's whatever it wants to be. But then I started another one right here. See, I don't finish them all before I start another one. And this one is the Zen art of the they call this a, I can't remember, but that looks pretty cool too, doesn't it? And so, and it's not all that hard. But I notice if I don't wash my glass plate off here each time, let me turn my camera down here. See, I've got this glass mat, and if I don't, because I erase on it, I erase and I get like the erasure marks, and then I put another one down, and then it shows on the back. It gets kind of gray, glumpy looking, and so if you get a card and it looks nasty on the back, I apologize for that. But see what this is. Let me show you this one here. Let me show you this one. See, now I have had some people to tell me I can't do it because my hands shake, or I can't draw a straight line with a ruler or whatever, so I can't do any art. And so, but yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Now let me just show you this one right here. This is so simple, and it can be so beautiful. It is so beautiful. See, this is how I clear my desk off. There you go. Now, so I get that glare from that light up there. Oh, well, we're gonna have to deal with that glare. But look at this. Now here I got a postcard ready to go, and I'll make a circle here, and a circle here, and a circle here, and a circle here. Sort of. It's sort of a circle here and there and everywhere. And then look, I'm gonna take. I got my colored pencils, so I can. And then here, I'm just scribbling in some color. And I'm going to put it in this. I'll put in this green one here. Just scribbling in some color. I'll do some blue on this one. Just scribbling in some color, and I'm not getting the whole thing covered. In fact, I kind of like to leave the middle of it a little bit lighter. Kind of just looks like it's kind of, it looks like something. I don't know what it looks like. Okay, and we'll make this one pink. Oh, maybe it's sort of red. And we'll just get that one colored in there. And then let's do like this here, lavender. Okay. I just got my whole bucket of pencils. Wait a minute. Where is it? Right there. See my bucket of pencils right there? It just sits there right next to me in amongst my mess. Wait a minute now. Where am I going with this camera? Okay. And so I just keep whatever I'm working with at the moment just right beside of me. And yes, I know I make a big fat mess, but I don't mind my mess. My mess doesn't bother me at all, so I hope it doesn't bother you. Okay, see now then. See now then. I'm going to turn my phone off. I was just chatting with my son. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just, see there? I'm going to draw lines through it. So what I'll do is I'll just draw some lines anywhere. Just draw some lines. Just get them in there. Just, it doesn't matter where you put them. Just put them in there somewhere. And right there. Okay. Now these ones I got pretty close right in that bunch. But that's okay. Now the object is to round all the corners. Now see, this is a form of neurographic art that was created by a, actually in Russia, a psychiatrist. And how, I don't know if it's a he or a she, you can never tell by names. I think it's a she though, but this scientist, well, this actually, neural is for your brain, graphic is art, brain art. And so apparently this is used a lot in psychiatric help and such as that to reroute any it's hard to talk and do this at the same time. It's hard, it'll reroute your thought process. Like if you've got a bunch of stuff going on in your brain and you want to just turn your brain off. In fact, last night I couldn't get to sleep because I just had so many things going on in my head. And so I got up and I sat here for a while and I did a couple of these and I was able to go to sleep perfectly. Calm, just go to sleep. Because I erased my brain doing this. For the moment, anyway. It doesn't mean that everything's going to go away and stay away. That would be nice. But it kind of, it erases your brain. That's the only way I know how to say it. And if you do this and plus have some just elevator music going on in the background, it's so calming and so soothing. And you don't have, see, here's where I'm running into that whole bunch that I had a whole bunch of lines in one. And the thing you want to do is round all the corners so you don't have any sharp corners. So see how I did that one, and I got all them corners at one time, and it's round. There's no sharp corners in there. Well, here's one right here. And so every place where you got to cross over like that, you want to round that corner, round them corners. And all I'm using here is a large Sharpie marker. And I just want to get in there and I just want to round all them corners. And because I did those circles first and colored them in, see how that does? It just it's just, and see right now it looks kind of ugly, but they say that all art goes through an ugly stage. I just read that somewhere. I don't know, which I don't really think there's any ugly in art, but everybody's got their favorite kind. And then when it comes like here to the end of this line, well, then I'm just going to make a blob on it. Make a blob on the end. And see, we're just going to get those corners, any sharp corners, we want them rounded off. Want them little boogers rounded off. And anybody can be a fashionable artist. Just an old Sharpie. That's all I got here. Now, if you want to, you can use like a finer Sharpie if you want to. But I kind of like doing this thing right here. I use just a Sharpie. Now, see something like this, I use fine line markers instead, you know. But yeah, I was just talking to my son. I got one son that lives over there in Arizona, and he lives up there in the mountains, and he is just such a he's a redneck, but he made this little video up of his, because he put some hummingbird feeders out, and as soon as he put them out, he had hummingbirds coming to his feeders. I'm so jealous because I got a hummingbird feeder out there and I haven't had any hummingbirds come to it. But anyway, in the video, it showed that he's a collector of anything that anybody else doesn't want. That's what he is. And so he was collecting, or he is collecting, old appliances. Some of them he can rebuild and sell them and make, or he might 2 or 3 appliances out of one. Then he's got all these shells of appliances, you know, and so what he's doing with all of them now, and you can see it in the video. I put it on Facebook. I shared it. You can see on his video where he's taken them appliances and he's put them in a he's making an appliance fence around his property. So the whole property is going to be fenced in. He's got 2.5 acres or 5 acres or something. He's got a few acres out there. Up in the mountains, in the desert, kind of mountains. And they don't have no HOA out there or nothing. They don't have code enforcement, I guess. Because I know where I live. If you tried to make a fence out of appliances, you'd get fined terrible. But he's making a fence out of his appliances that, well, he doesn't have enough now yet just to go around all the property. But he's working on it. But you can see it in that video of his that he made of the video that he made of the hummingbirds. And hi, Papa. Did the mail come yet, Papa?
I don't know.
I think I get excited about the mail because I ordered him something for Father's Day. It didn't come in yet. And I feel like I might have gotten took on that. Because it was something that showed up like in Facebook. And I said, oh, I want to get one of them for Papa. And so I ordered it. And it cost me $69. and it hasn't come in yet, and so hopefully it still will. It says it's from the Bradford Exchange, which is a good company, but but then I read about people doing AI or something, and you'll see a something that looks official and it's not. And this was for what it was is I ordered a coin. It's like a coin, but it is in it. The coin is for the Vietnam War. People who have served in the Vietnam War, and he did. And I don't know if you older folks know, but the soldiers, men and women that served in that war, they didn't go there because they said, "Oh, I want to go over there." No, they were. That was at the time of um, uh, draft. A lot of them were drafted into the service. They didn't even have a choice. They just says, "Here you go, come on," and then they sent them to Vietnam. Well, I guess whatever. I don't know all the ins and outs of the Vietnam War, but there was a lot of people that were so against that war because that was like in the '60s. There was a lot of people against everything in the '60s, but and so then when the soldiers came home, they weren't treated like heroes, like a lot of war people now are treated like a hero. Not Vietnam. The poor soldiers that went over there, the troops that went to Vietnam at that time, were treated horribly when they got home, just because they were there and serving in that war, which was very sad for those military people because it's not like they wanted to go over there. They were just doing what they were commanded to do. But anyway, when I saw that coin, I said, I'm getting that for Papa for Father's Day because he deserved it. And and so I'm gonna give this a little bit more color up here. I think I got all my corners. I don't know. But see how pretty this looks right now? But anyhow, I've been waiting for that coin to come in so he can have it. And bless his heart, it's not come in yet. So I just hope it still comes in. I hope that I wasn't taken advantage of. But I just want him to see it because I want him, and of course, that's been in the '60s. He was over there in that war, and I don't know. I just hope it comes in so he can get it because I know that he's going to appreciate that, and I know he'll look at it over and over and over again. And not that I want him to remember the war times. I don't want that, but I want him just to know that he is somebody who is appreciated for doing for his what he figured was for his country. But anyhow, there we go. Look at that. And it's also my brother was over there too, and he's got a birthday today. His birthday. My oldest brother. I think he's 70. I'm 75, so I think he's like 76 or he must be 77. And so, but there you go. Look at this. How quickly I just made that. And so there's a little postcard, and like I like to do on my postcards now is to make a frame on some of my postcards. I do a frame. For some reason, the frame I'll have to round the corners of this frame too, because I won't be able to leave them unrounded. So, but it just kind of, if you do a frame around it, in my humble opinion, it just feels like it's more finished. So yeah, so there I just made that little frame, but I'll round the corners there because we can't leave no sharp corners even in this ruler. I keep losing my ruler. I can't find it when I lay it on the glass. It's missing. Do you see how I am with my sentences? I can say a half a sentence and and not get the whole sentence out for some reason. Something's not right with me. But yeah, but that's what I do anyway. But anyhow, this is what I'm just doing, making just a little frame here, whatever. Make sure it doesn't have, I'll just color it in that whole corner, whatever. I don't know what I'm doing here. Forget the frame is a bad thought. No, nothing is a bad thought when it comes to art. Okay. I'm making a mess with this frame. Oh well, it's done. Enough. But then I got these corners. I can't have them corners. Sharp corners. Okay, well anyway, that's going to live just to be like that. But anyhow, that's it. Look at that. And like this one now, like this here one, I thought that turned out really cool. That took a while to do because it took a lot of mindless just doodling. This one I had to use my mind. But see, now I'm doodling on this one. But I like on that one, I just took it. I love my box. My box that I ordered. This is for my addresses. But I ordered another one because in my other one, in my new one that I ordered, I'm going to use it just for my cards. And I'm going to separate them, like I'll have birthday card, anniversary card, Christmas card, thank you card, thinking of you card, whatever kind of cards, and I'll have them separated in there. And or if I have just plain old ordinary card, I don't know, I'll separate them some way. Okay, now like on this one, beautiful as it is, I'll just start making lines down the card, just crooked, straight, straight, crooked, just a bunch of lines, just however. See there? But then as you look at this one, then you'll say, oh, but it doesn't. Oh, that's because I'm not done. See, then I'll go like this, and I'll make some separations, and so I have different spaces to go on them lines. Different spaces, so see, then I got different shapes, and then you can color in you can just color in the spaces then if you want to. Or, and so I just make them all smaller, okay? So, sort of like that. Sort of like, just exactly sort of like that. Just exactly. Okay, and then what I do then I've got all these different colors of the skinnier Sharpie markers right there. I got all them different colors right there. So I can just take a color, and then I like to use my little ruler here. And then I just start, see how this one here, I just got lines, different colored lines. This one here, though, that's not it right there. This one, where'd it go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? There, see? I got all different kind of shapes in each one of them spaces. And I went over first with a, making the shapes out of these markers like this. And I used my little ruler to make sometimes those straight lines. on here like this here way. And well, like I say, even with a ruler, I can't draw a straight line. And this is the proof right here. And so, and see there, I just filled that one spot in with those greens. And then the next one, maybe I'll take a blue one, and maybe I'll just make, this one isn't very bright. This one's running out of go-go juice. And I'll just make a bunch of circles in that space. Or whatever, you know, or squiggly lines. You just, oh yeah, this one's running out of juice pretty good, but it's still getting enough juice in there to get some marks. Because that's all you want is marks. Yeah, I'll probably throw this one away because it's just, yeah, that one's seen better days. I'm gonna pitch that one. I've had these ones like for 100 years. And then you can also, you know, like you, especially you people that say you got a wiggly hand, look at this wiggly hand stuff. Do you just, now come on, you can do better than that, red marker. Oh, wait a minute. Let me get this one. I know this one's good. Okay, there. Now that one's got some ink in it. And I'm just going to squiggle. I'm just going to fill this in with squiggles. Squiggles, see? And that's just using a wiggle hand. Just get it wiggly and just wiggle it on in there. Just wiggle all that color right on into this piece. And before long, you'll say, oh, I'm all done wiggling. And so just wiggle. Just wiggle and squiggle. Just get it all in there. Just get it all in there. Like peanut butter and jam. Spread it on quick and you'll know what a lover I am. And we just keep squiggling. And there, now that one's filled in with that red. And throw that one away. Okay, so then after you do that, or you don't have to wait till after, you can, like here, that's got that blue in there. And then I'll take a blue marker, a blue colored pencil, and then a lighter color, you know, a lighter color pencil, and then just fill that in with colored pencil. See there? And now this one is green, so I'll find me a little, like a light green. My phone's in the way, put it over there. And a lighter green. Oh, this one's pretty good. And then just fill that in with that green. Put that in there, and see, then all those little lines you put in all in nice little straight lines. See how beautiful that is? And then maybe I'll go over that red with a pink. And we'll just color it in pink. So then that way you don't have any white left when you're done with this one. And see, and that's just all you do. And postcards are us, I'm telling you. And you know, I've noticed that, like I was showing you yesterday or whatever, that last time I was making a video, I was showing you how I seem to like I get all of these little art pages, and then when I do all the little art pages, it's then you just shut the book and put the book on the shelf. Well, this way, now I'm just making X's. Or you can make T's or Y's or L's or S's. And but if you do this way, now I bought these postcards, so they were already made into a postcard, and all I have to put is the design on them. But if you have cardstock, you can cut that into, these are 4 by 6 inches. You can just cut them into your 4 by 6 inches. And there you go. And then you don't have them. And then if you can put I'm sorry to say that our postage is a little high up, but it's expensive. But I mean, I don't buy cigarettes or whiskey, so I can use that money. If I was a drunk, I could use that money. But anyway, I'm not that. But anyway, so I buy my postage stamps. They're 57 cents for a postcard, to send a postcard. 57 cents. Which you figure 57 cents for a stamp seems like an awful lot of money. But it's not an awful lot of money if you're sending a message to a friend and all it is 57 cents. But that is what will send a postcard up to 4.5 by 6 inches. Now, if you get a bigger postcard, then you have to use a regular postage stamp, which is 72 cents right now, anyway. But even if I send one, because I'll send a postcard even off to East Duadidi, Argentina, and all I need to use is a which I have some international. Is that all that was in the mail?
Yeah.
A bill?
I had a piece of mail too, but I don't know what mine was yet.
Okay. Well, it didn't come today. I think I was taken advantage of. But anyway, I won't worry about that now. But anyhow, yes, I will send you a postcard even if you lived in East Duaididi, Argentina, wherever that is. There's probably not a place like that. But I will send you one because then I can just use an international stamp, which I think those are like $1 for us, $1.12 for some. I don't know. I didn't check on that, but but I can send you one if you send me, because I have got some. I had bought some over the seas international forever stamps some while ago, and so I don't remember what I paid for them, but I know they weren't all like a whole bunch of money. They weren't a whole hot bunch of money, but yeah, I I yeah, I'll send you one. Give me your address. Just put it in my email. Give me your address and I'll put it in my email, and I'll put X's and O's on this one. And I will send you a postcard. I'm not saying it's going to be anything fancy, but it's going to be original. It's not going to be a copy of somebody else's. And I'll write you a little love note on the back. I will. That's what I'll do. See there? Now I got some yellow. I wanted some yellow in there. I want to get bright colors. I want it bright. I want this to show up that every postal worker will say, oh, this is a cool postcard this chick made. I'm going to put some yellow on top of this green too here. Sometimes I like to mix two colors together. There we go. Now see how pretty that. What if I put yellow on top of this blue? You never know what you're going to. You never know. Life is like a box. Well, look at that. See, this is how my place gets in such a mess, because I just throw stuff around. But you know what? Look at this. Look at all these things. See, I still might put some color into this one, but probably not. I think that one's done. And then I got that one to work on. This one. I don't know. I might put some color around on that one. So not leave. Oh, but you know what I can do also? Instead of, see, you can think of stuff as you're going along. I could just take like this here, and I can just write some words. I can write inspire. I can write love. I can write peace. You can put just a bunch of like inspirational words. Oh, let's see. Care. How come words aren't coming to me right now? Kindness. Kindness. Love. Um, Peace. Mm, mm. Usually I can just come up with a bunch of words at one time and there. Oh, we hope. I like the word hope. And the word wish. And and but anyway, you can hug. Let's put a hug in there. And blessings. Blessings. So see, you're sending all of this stuff. You're sending peace and kindness, blessings, inspiration, care, love, hugs, hopes, wishes. You're sending all that stuff. Fill in all them words in there. And see there how that makes a whole. I think it's beautiful. Maybe I'm tooting my own horn. I don't know, but I think it's beautiful. But see, that's what you can do without doing hardly nothing. This one here, can you see what I drew in there before I did the lines? See, now I can take and I can, let me show you, I'll magically bring it to life. I'll magically bring this here to life. I'm going to just color in. See, I just made circles at first. And I'm coloring in what I did first. You're going to be amazed. You're going to be just totally amazed. And I think you will anyway. It's a teddy bear. It's in there. I bet you didn't even know it was in there. But anyhow, that's it. Yeah. So, but I got a lot. Look at that. Who put all them in there? But see, I got all these that I'm working on. So, I love doing this. And you guys that don't think you're an artist, you are. It's just hiding from you. And so I've really done quite a few different things just making postcards. And they're getting mailed out. They're all getting mailed out. If you haven't gotten one, and I'm putting everybody's address in my address box here. See, I'm getting addresses in here. And so, and like here, I've got a few addresses right here on already right on these cards, and I got them right in the front because I haven't sent a card to them ones yet. But then after I send one, then I put after I send one off, then I put the card in, I file it in there. And so that I know I've sent them one. But that doesn't mean you're only going to get one and never again, because I'll run out of addresses because I got more addresses to write on my cards because I've got a gang of addresses. And like all the envelopes that came with Papa's cards whenever he was getting birthday cards, well, there wasn't a return address on all of them, but there was returns on addresses on most of them, and I'm gonna put all of them into my address book too, so that I have addresses because I need addresses to send these cards to people. And I don't know what you'll use them for. Maybe you'll just make a paper airplane out of them and send them off to East Duwadidi. I don't know, but I'm sending them to y'all anyway. And you never know what's going to be on them because I might just be drawing little flowers or something on them and just send them to you. Maybe I'll just write a little note on them or something and just send them to you. I don't know. I've had so many people send me stuff, and it's about time I get off my lazy butt and send people stuff because and I can't afford to buy you all big, great big old gifts. I can't send any of you an El Camino or a Lamborghini or whatever. But if I did, if I could, I would. But I can't, so I won't. But yeah. But anyhow, so I'm going to let me see. This here book is a book that has really saved a lot of my skin. If you understand what that means. Um, the Tears That Taught Me. And that's a perfect name for this book. And I think a lot of you can probably connect with that. Because a lot of us, especially if you're a lady and especially if you're 75 years old, you've probably had a lot of tears over those years. Tears and years have got me to where I'm at today. And, but you learn something. Probably tears. Some of the tears are happy tears. Some of the tears are not real happy tears. But you usually learn from those tears. Like here it says on the back, with each tear that crossed my face, the person I once was slowly washed away. Okay, now I'm going to just find something here. Oh, Morgan Richard Oliver is who wrote this here book. Here's a page that looks, it must be a good one because I got stuff highlighted on it. So, there was a time you longed for people to love you. You prayed that they'd see or hear you. You wished they could see the depth, the truth, the message in front of them. Their words, actions, and mindsets pushed you away, but you always pulled yourself back. You made excuses like, but I love him or her or them. Or you might say, but they're family. But they've been in my life too long, until you finally told yourself, I can't. There are some pains, tactics, and revelations you can't bounce back from or unsee. So you don't. You just never come back. To the person that has removed themselves from that group, that friendship, that relationship, trust and believe that sometimes the right decision doesn't always feel good and is seldom understood by the masses. Choose your peace, well-being, and self-love anyway. Some roads are difficult to leave behind, but they're destructive to stay on. Whew. And I think a lot of us can probably relate to that. And so sometimes you just have to say, thank you for the memories, but goodbye. And so hopefully that doesn't happen a lot, but sometimes it just has to. Let me see. This one here, I don't know, I got a lot of highlight on that one, so let's see what this one says. It says, I've been hurt. We all have. It's an acknowledging and taking accountability for the pain that I've brought to others throughout my life, both knowingly and unknowingly. That hurt me the most. Knowing that my ignorance, insecurity, and issues negatively impacted others not only led me to tears, but also led me to search myself and truly change. Yeah, I've got that highlighted a lot. And, but you know, sometimes that's just stuff. I'm going to reread through this too. And I do a lot of doodling in this book too. I'm just a doodler. And I'm not one who leaves books in pristine condition. I draw pictures on them, write words on them, put footnotes on them, and do all of that stuff. I guess I need to call my channel variety show. Is it a variety? Because usually there's a lot of variety in that show, in the show. Can I sing a song? Got this book. Let me see. On a hill far away stood an old rugged cross, the emblem of suffering and shame. And I love that old cross where the dear rest in best, for a world of lost sinners was slain. So I'll cherish the old rugged cross till my trophies at last I lay down. I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange it someday for a crown. That's all I'll sing of that song because my voice just doesn't get up like it used to be. When I was singing back in the choir at church and stuff, I was in the high soprano. Man, I could get up here and break wine glasses. But I can't do that anymore. I still try and sing. I try, and that's another thing. Art and singing, doing both. Listen to music while you're doodling some art, and then sing some songs. Even if you don't sing on tune, even if you can't sing, sing anyway. Okay, I'm keeping you too long. I know. No, I'm not. Because you can turn your device off anytime. So if you're still here, it's all your own fault. I'm drinking my coffee. So, yes, thank you for tuning in to Lizzie's Variety Show. And I ask God to watch over each and every one of you, every step you take, every move you make. Keep you safe and secure, keep you happy, healthy, and humble, keep you free from any harm. Thank you for praying for my daughter. She's having her port put in today. She's having that right now, getting her port put in for her chemo that'll start on Friday. And so thank you for those prayers. Those prayers are helping because she's a lot like me. She's got this attitude. Not saying that I got an attitude, but I do have an attitude. But she sees the good in everything. She sees the silver lining in every cloud. And so she's always got a positive attitude. And she'll get through anything because of her positive attitude. And so she's gonna be fine. She could be just fine through all of this. And with all y'all's prayers, she's even going to make it even better. She's gonna skate through it like nothing. All right. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. And by all means, stay one more day. I love you. Bye-bye. Where's the off button? Oh, what is all this junk that they put up in my... What is this? They put this stuff up when I'm not looking. Then I can't see my off button. Oh, there it is. Okay. Love you guys.